Hello. Welcome on back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing well. For today's look, I've been greatly inspired by the classic Victoria's Secret Angel Bombshell makeup look that so many of us are in love with. I kept the complexion really lightweight and breathable today, and the eye makeup is just classic. All of us, I think, could pull it off. And once again, I've partnered up with Foreo Sweden for this tutorial. So without further ado, if you want to learn how I created this look right here, then keep on watching. So to begin, I'm using the Chanel Hydra Beauty Micro Serum to prep our model's skin. Although this is my first time using this, our model Heidi has been using this for a little while now and she really enjoys it. So I thought I'd give this a try. I know it's infused with ingredients that really focus in on moisturizing the skin and replenishing its hydration, keeping the skin glowing and youthful throughout the day. And it's also a water-thin consistency, which makes for the perfect base to work with for the device I'll use next. That device I'm referring to is the Bear by Foreo Sweden. Y'all have seen me use this before, and I'll say it again, this right here is like a workout for the facial muscles. It's a microcurrent device, so it emits low voltage electrical currents that mimic your own body's electrical currents to help refine and contour these areas of the face, which is why you see me here really focusing this near the jawline and cheekbones. And these are results you can see immediately. You can see the lift of the brow area, the lift of the cheekbone and jawline right after using it. And my clients love seeing those results, of course. I know the brand states that the Bear is the world's safest microcurrent device and guarantees a shock-free treatment. Now that's major to me because I've experienced that shock before in the past when receiving a microcurrent treatment in a professional spa. And it's not the most, comfortable for a lack of better words. So I love that I have never experienced that while using the Bear device, nor have my clients. Also, it's easy to travel with. It lasts up to 90 uses per charge. It's comfortable to hold, it's waterproof, and more than anything, it's easy to use. You just connect it with the Foreo app on your phone, and you can either follow along with a routine, or you can customize the treatment by choosing the microcurrent intensity that you want. And you'll also want to use this with a water-based serum or something that has a little slip to it. You know what I mean? Instantly, you're going to see those T-sonic pulsations. It's super relaxing. It's like a massage for the face. It improves the blood flow and it reduces any puffiness that you may be experiencing. All right, so now that we're finishing up here on this treatment, I'm going to move on to using the UFO2, also by Foreo Sweden. This, just like the prior device, is the next best thing to a professional treatment at home and is similar to hydrofacials that you can get professionally done at spas. You just connect the device to the Foreo app on your phone, which I'll pop on the screen here so you can see. You just choose the routine that's personalized for the mask you're using, or you can customize your own routine. You just apply the mask onto the device and then start the treatment. It doesn't get easier than that. Now, when I talk about the mask, what I'm referring to are the little sheet mask that the brand has. You connect them right on top of the device. They have different masks for, the different skin concerns or goals you may have. I'll link their website down below so you can check it out for yourself. But today on Heidi, I'll show you here on the screen, I'm using the Glow Addict Enhanced Brightening Mask, which is pearl infused and going to give us that illuminated and healthy look. And by the way, you can use UFO2 on top of your other skincare products to enhance the effectiveness of the ingredients, as thermotherapy and T-sonic pulsations make the ingredients reach a deeper level of the skin. So anyways, as I wrap up here on this 2-minute facial, you can see Heidi's skin is looking hydrated and prepped for the next step, which is foundation. Today, I'm starting out with the Morphe Glowstunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Rich Glow 10 and applying this on with a makeup sponge. Now, I'll say I did I did end up using 2 different foundations today just to get the color right. The first one being this Tinted Moisturizer. I don't know if you can notice here with, you know, the way this frame is cropped, but it's a little too dark for her. I really wanted to try out this product, and this was the closest shade I had, so, you know, I just had to make it work. I really wanted to go in light-handed with the complexion products so the skin looks more on the natural side in terms of coverage, but still flawless. To correct the foundation color, I'm using this Catrice True Skin Foundation in the shade Neutral Macchiato and applying this right on top. A little of this will go a long way and will neutralize the undertone of the prior foundation to match her natural skin tone. So, you know, her face is matching her neck and chest and so on and so forth. Once I have this blended in, I'm using the One Size Turn Up the Base concealer in the shade Medium 1 Neutral and applying this directly underneath the eyes and bringing it downwards towards the nostrils and upwards towards the temples. This is a really nice formula they put together here. It's medium to full coverage, it's waterproof, and it really is buttery smooth. And because we kept the foundation pretty light today, you can even use this concealer to highlight the forehead, the nose, the chin, and it still wouldn't look like you have a lot of makeup on. But for the sake of this video, I didn't want to do all that today. I wanted to stick to that classic Victoria's Secret Angel Bombshell look that isn't too complicated in terms of highlighting and contouring. So now that we have this concealer blended out, I'm using the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm using this to set that concealer into place with a powder puff. And you'll also see me use this to set the rest of the face as well, but notice here how I'm not using a ton of this powder. A little goes a long way. I'm using enough of it so the concealer and foundation are set, and I can use powder, blush, and bronzer on top without it skipping or looking muddy, but also little enough that the natural radiance from her skin peeks through. And at the end of the tutorial, I'm going to use a new luminous setting spray that One Size came out with that'll really sink any powders we do use into the skin, making it look so beautiful and luminous. Once we finished up with this powder, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer to add a little warmth to the skin, specifically in the hollows of her cheekbones and around the perimeter of the forehead and a bit across the cheeks and the nose. I guess I add a little bit everywhere. Basically, I want her skin to look sun-kissed. So this is going to give us that fresh off the beach look. And mind you, I didn't use cream contour today, so this will add in some dimension to her cheekbones. After I have the powder bronzer applied, I'm heading back to that Laura Mercier powder and using this to bake along the jawline, which will, then give more dimension to the cheeks. I only leave it on for about 10 or 15 minutes while I'm working on the eye makeup and brows, and then I'll come back to sweep it right off. To blush up the cheeks, I'm using this blush from Makeup by Mario in the shade Creamy Peach and placing this right on the apples of her cheeks. I'm not sure if I've used this shade before, but it's actually really beautiful. I'm not usually a huge fan of shimmers in blushes, but this has just the right amount of it to add some glow to the skin without emphasizing any texture or pores. The shimmer is really subtle and super finely milled, and it adds a pop of brightness to the skin, which is why I'm diffusing this up and out onto the brow bone and across the bridge of the nose. To begin on the eye makeup, I'm dipping into the Hoola bronzer once again and buffing this right onto the upper lid, more so keeping this placement on the outer half of the eye to give it some depth. Once we have a light amount of this blended out, I'm dipping into these 2 shimmer shades from the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeshadow palette and just tapping that onto the center of the upper lid, the inner corner, and I'll then take a detail brush to blend this through the lower lash line. I feel like when I think of that Victoria's Secret look, there's nothing more than a champagne shimmer on the lid usually, so that's kind of the direction I'm taking today. Less is definitely more here. And then with this nude eyeliner pencil from Patrick Ta, I'm running this through the waterline to brighten and open up the eye. This is also a great little trick to use in your morning makeup routine to look a bit more awake. Next up, with an angled liner brush and some black eyeshadow, I'm drawing on a winged liner. I opted to do this with an eyeshadow today because it's less dramatic and less intense than a black gel liner or liquid pen. So it kind of goes with the theme today. Honestly, if you only knew what was running through my mind at this moment, I wanted to take that black eyeshadow and smoke it all the way out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love doing these natural kind of looks because I know a lot of y'all like it too, and it's kind of in trend at the moment, but well, I don't know. It kind of gets boring sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I need the drama. I need the glitter. I need the eyeliner, the contouring. So for, my own sanity, I think I'm going to go a little heavier with the paint in my next tutorial, but until then, I'm using this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara to run through the upper and bottom lashes. After I applied this off camera, I applied half of a strip lash to the outer half of the eyes. It was an Ardell wispy lash, nothing too intense, but it just added a little something extra to the eyes. So moving on to the brows, I'm using the Brow Definer by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Medium Brown to fill in the tail of Heidi's brows. She already has naturally incredible full brows, so I don't want to get too carried away with this. I'm just running this through with a very light hand on the outer half of the brow, but keeping the front portion completely free of any product. To add some glow to the skin, I'm taking this Jouer powder highlighter in the shade Citrine and dusting this right down the center of her nose, the high points of her cheekbones, and across her brow bone, right underneath the brow. For the lips, I'm starting out with this Kevyn Aucoin lip liner in the shade Minimal and using this to trace the borders of her lips. I know I've used this before on my channel, and as I said then, this is the perfect natural nude shade for her skin tone. I'd imagine it's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk medium pencil, not the Pillow Talk original shade because that would be too light for her, but the only thing is it's hard to find. I don't think they sell Kevyn Aucoin products anymore in Sephora, so I think you have to get it from Nordstrom, but wherever it is, I'll link it down below. It's definitely worth trying out. Next up, I'm adding on this Tarte gloss in the shade Pink Pearl right on top. I don't use a lipstick with this look today, just the liner and some gloss gives it a really natural, lightweight feel that I think looks really beautiful and effortless. For even more glow to the skin, I'm using the Ciate Dewy Bronze Glossy Cheek Tint, placing just a smidge of this onto my hand, tapping my fingers into it, and then lightly pressing it onto the cheekbones. I've been loving this product. It adds a different kind of dimension to the skin that you wouldn't normally get with a powder highlighter. It adds that healthy shine that looks incredible in the sunlight, and it doesn't break down the makeup, which is really important. And lastly, I'm using the One Size Preserve the Serve Luminous Setting Spray to set the makeup into place, which makes this the final step in how I created this luminous bombshell look on our naturally beautiful model. We have it, kids. I hope y'all enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, be sure to give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also check out more of my work on my Instagram at Painted by Spencer. And until next time, I'll see you soon.